Liverpool out of the Champions League, 4-0 in aggregate to PSG, and they go through to the semi-finals. Look, I think it's tougher to take when if you feel you're the better team over two legs, or it's 50-50. That's more heartbreaking than that, and just go out if you feel that you should have went through. But they were way behind PSG in all aspects over these two legs. Like, I just looked at it, it took them over 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of football to get a shot on target in this overall tie, which was crazy. PSG were head and shoulders above Liverpool, and Liverpool are way off. I'm looking at that, I'm thinking to myself, they're way off competing even at the highest level. And I don't know what's going to happen as far as next season. But look, deservedly so. PSG, does it hurt as much? Not as much, to be honest. I wasn't expecting Liverpool to lay a glove in them actually tonight. I didn't think they'd push it. Well, it wasn't being negative because, I do be positive a lot despite what you might think, down through the years. But this season really has killed me off a good bit. The starting lineup again was a bit strange. Like I said to myself, or I said it here, that maybe in the second half of the second leg, bring Isaac on his new legs and new fresh look. Obviously, Slot wanted to start him, which was fair enough. And Ekatika, but there was no room for Salah or no room for Rio. Despite Salah was very poor tonight, don't get me wrong. But he didn't start Rio and he didn't start Salah. Ekatika looks like he's a serious injury there, but I was watching him for 20-25 minutes. I was texting a couple of lads there, and he was just lazy. He PSG the ball, he didn't care about them. He was only yards away from them. He was just like he was laxy daisy. He was doing nothing. So obviously you don't want to see him injured. Yeah, even from the off, just that attitude, I just thought we're flat. We're completely flat. And the first half, PSG were wasteful. Let's be real about it. PSG was very wasteful, and that's what kept us in the game into the second half. Second half, very good for the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes that second half, but we've no end product. We huffed and we puffed as we always do, and the crowd was getting behind, but we were wasteful, and loads of times we were wasteful, and there was no end product. I think the first shot on target was Rio. When Rio come on, he looked lively again, and he got that shot, the keeper saved it. It was, 70th minute, 71st minute, 72nd minute, whatever, but PSG goes up and scores, and that was the end of that tie. Yeah, we didn't have many chances. Penalty, was it a penalty? I thought when he gave the penalty, I thought when I first looked at it, wasn't a penalty. And to be honest, I did look at it again and said it's harsh enough. But the fact he gave the penalty, I didn't think he'd be overturned. But it was, and that was a turning point as well. But we're not good enough over the two legs. Let's be real about it. We're not good enough over the two legs. We're way off the pace. I don't know. What do you do? Slot, what's going to happen with him next season? Because this is it. Obviously, I think his managerial position with Liverpool was dependent on this competition. I think we didn't lay a glove on PSG. As I said to you, we're way off competing at the highest level in European football, I think. At the moment, look, it's only one season, and Liverpool have Fulham on this weekend, and yeah, there's back to the league. The result, United lost last night, it brings them back in a little bit. So, you know what, to be fair, the top five looks a bit more positive, although Everton will be a stiff test now this weekend. Obviously, that Merseyside derby will be a big one. They have a 4-point cushion on Chelsea, but they still have to play, United and Chelsea, I'm sure, Aston Villa, Liverpool. But look, I think we'll be all right for top five. Is that enough for Slot to keep his job? I hope not. I just don't think he's the man. I really don't. I've said it a million times, and I'm going to keep saying it. But yeah, I'd be just happy to see him gone. He's not for Liverpool, and I think Liverpool need a new manager, and I think a new style of football. I think bringing a couple of players for the next season. I just think Liverpool have to start playing pressing football. Back to the old Liverpool way. These Liverpool fans, I think, live off of them high pressure games, them high pressing games, and them attacking games. Liverpool is a club that loves attacking football and fast paced football, and I just think we just went completely the opposite this season, and it doesn't suit Liverpool, and it doesn't suit the ground, it doesn't suit the fans. Go for it. That's what I think Liverpool need to do, and with a new manager, hopefully to do that. Anyways, that's that. It is what it is. PSG was a way better team. It's going to hurt for a small bit of time, but that's it. No trophies and no silverware for Liverpool this season. Look, we won the Premier League last season. We'll take that, but big changes is needed going forward in the future. Cool. We'll see you Sunday.